Do you have any words of comfort or wisdom for them?
Yeah. To the degree it's possible, resist, do not comply. I understand people have to make their mortgage payments, etc. But, this is what I am trying to do. I do not fly on an airplane now. The reason I'm kind of tired is I drove here to Georgia last night in a car. I will not wear a mask again. Now, I've figured out a way to resist. I sneak in and vote in the House chamber now. Like, I got fined $500. My wife says that's fine. That's okay. But the next fine is $2,500. And that's significant. So now I resist by evasion, not blatant resistance. Other than the court, I'm suing in the court. If you can find another job, if your employer is doing something, go find the other job. I know a lot of people can't. To the degree that you can, just resist. Don't be violent. I'm not advocating violence. And here's what I say. If the edicts and the mandates are unscientific, illogical, unconstitutional, and illegal, then resisting them is scientific, it's logical, it's legal, it's constitutional, it's moral. It's a moral imperative to resist them. So if they're doing something to you that's wrong, then resisting it is right. And I on Twitter, I ask these as questions so I don't get banned. Like, I'll say, if a vaccination mandate is immoral, is it moral to fake your vaccine card? Like, I'm not advocating. I'm asking the question.
Right.
So these are like, do whatever you can to the greatest degree possible. This is the fight of our lives. I know you tweeted the other day. I'm not going to. I follow you on Twitter. I'm not going to say who you retweeted or you quote tweeted, but you said, if you're still worried about Afghanistan, if that's consuming all your thoughts and you're not concentrated, I'm paraphrasing you, and you're not focused on the demise of our republic here at home, then you're being misled. Like,
you're hopeless. You're hopeless. Yeah.
So this is the fight. This is the fight, folks. Whether you can do it at your school board, run for school board. If you've got one decent person on the school board, encourage them to force a vote on masks, whether they win or lose. And then that way you can know everybody at the school board who needs replaced.
Yeah.
If you in our state legislature in Kentucky, the governor, who is a Democrat, called a special session of a supermajority of Republicans in our legislature. There was one woman who stood up, Savannah Maddox, follow her on Twitter, who forced them to vote. By the way, the hospitals wanted more money to hire people. Oh, I wonder why people are leaving the hospitals. Maybe because of the vaccine mandates. They wanted more money to hire people. And she said, well, let's don't give money to the people who are forcing their people out through vaccine mandates. So she got a vote on a vaccine mandate. Now we know who are our friends and who are our enemies. So anyways, I know you want to wrap this up, but this is my advice. Find out right now, figure out who is for you and who is against you. And by the way, passive, not doing anything, that's against you. If they don't vote, they are against you. All that is necessary for evil to prevail is for good people to do nothing. I'm not going to be charitable and say they are good people if they are doing nothing. Find the people who are fighting, put those on a list, find the people who are doing nothing and put them on the same list as the people who are working against you. Force the votes from everything to school board up to the federal level. And then at the next election, do what you can to get the bastards unelected. And in the meantime, civil disobedience, nonviolent civil disobedience is your best course of action until the next election.
Well, I love everything you said, and I would add that maybe now's the time for small businesses with maybe 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 employees who need extra help to start posting on the job boards for all those folks who are going to be leaving their current employment. And all you got to say in the job description at the end is, "We value your medical privacy," and everybody will know what that means. Now is the time.
And if that doesn't work for you, ask for a 1099. Tell them I'm Tom Woods Incorporated, party of one, and we set the policies at our S corp or LLC or whatever corporation or thing you form, and become a party of one. Biden is trying to use intermediaries to get to you. Evade as much as you can if you can't afford like direct resistance.
How do people follow you? What's your Twitter handle?
Yeah, well, Sassy with Massie. Just look for that. It's getting, my mom always said, if you can't say something nice, say something vague. Well, I've modified that to be a little bit sassy. Try to be humorous. It's Sassy, SASSY with Massie, MASSIE. It's becoming harder to be sassy when people are just being so violent. They are violent. When they want to put a needle in you, that's violence. Rep Thomas Massie, REP Thomas Massie, MASSIE on Twitter and Facebook. I am in the dumpster fire every day, adding aerosol cans, paper plates, anything I can to the dumpster fire. And I'm ticking off the blue check marks